Dining with Dills. Dining with Dills. You're gonna get your delicious fill. Yeah, dining with Dills. It's all good.
Hi everybody, it's Peter Dills for PBS Los Angeles KLCS. If you've been watching my segments for the last few months, you know we are on to something big. We have gone to the San Antonio Winery and we've gone to the Tam O'Shanter. You see the trend here? We're going to restaurants and institutions that have long been tested by time and they're still around today. There's something to it, and I'm at Pink's Hot Dogs right now. We're going to talk to all the family members, but right now we are going to talk to Richard Pink. Richard Pink. Strange last name, that Pink.
Boy, that's a lucky name we've got. You know, everyone thinks about our hot dogs. You got the name Pink. It must be the color of the dog. It has nothing to do with it. That's our family name. My mother and father opened Pink's Hot Dogs in 1939. And they were out of work at the time, and they had to borrow $50 to buy a little push cart, and they put that push cart up on the corner of La Brea and Melrose in 1939. There was no electricity on the site at all. They needed a 100-yard extension cord to plug into a local neighbor's outlet. That's how they fired up the Pink's Hot Dog cart for the first 2 years. In those days, hot dogs were 10 cents, Cokes were a nickel, and the rent on the property was $15 a month. 1941 rolls around, landlord says, economy's getting better, I can raise their rent. Raise their rent, my parents' rent, 67%. And so they said, my God, what are we going to do? We can't afford to pay $25 a month in rent. So they said, maybe we can get a loan, maybe we can buy the property. They went across the street. There was a branch of Bank of America on that corner. They went to the manager. The manager says, I don't want you to leave. I love your hot dogs. I got to figure out a way to get you a loan. And they pleaded with Bank of America, please, we're so enthusiastic. We know it'll be successful. We're doing well. They were probably selling 50 or 100 hot dogs a day. They were lucky to break even in those days. But the manager loaned them the $4,000 it took to buy the property. That's what land was going for in Hollywood in 1941.
Thank goodness for Bank of America, Richard. Thank goodness. We're talking to Richard Pink. Of course, what would a Dining with Dills segment be? We are here to eat. Beverly and Gloria and Richard Pink are with us. It's PBS Los Angeles, as you can see. And of course, Pinks loves PBS Los Angeles. We're going to bring out a few more hot dogs in a little bit. And we are going to, as always, chow them down. And I think I'm going to be a kind soul today. I'm going to even include cameraman Mike to sit down with me and eat some of these great Pink hot dogs. 1939, a family-run business. Has it had some quirks along the way, or has it all been smooth sailing?
There's always quirks in a business. It's always a struggle to break even, to make money in the restaurant business. It's tough. But my parents had real stick-to-itness. They were smart. They worked really hard at it. They knew the most important thing, first of all, was the quality of the dog. In fact, the hot dog that we bought in 1939, it's the same recipe today, total consistency for 76 years. So that hot dog that your grandfather would have had, the same chili, is the same taste he would have today. So that's really special. The other thing that they knew they had is they had to have good employee loyalty. Our employees, the majority of them, been with us 10 to 20 years. Then the next thing is the unique atmosphere. I mean, there's no other place that looks like Pink's. It's totally authentic. It was built in 1946. We haven't changed anything because people want that same feeling of what it was back in 1946. It's here to stay. Even if they move out of LA, they come back and they want to come back to Pink's because it reminds them of growing up in LA. It's the way LA used to be. And then finally, fortunately, through the years, a number of celebrities have come to
that's what I
dine
wanted to hear about.
at Pink's. In the old days, it was people like Howard Hughes, Spencer Tracy, Orson Welles. In fact, Orson Welles holds the all-time record for the most hot dogs eaten at one sitting. He had 18 chili dogs. Imagine that. And so, you know, directors were coming here because they love hot dogs. They came from New York and Chicago, and they said, oh, I want a good hot dog. And so they would come here, and then some actors, wannabes, would put their picture up on our wall, hoping that maybe some director would discover them. And that's how our Celebrity Wall of Fame got started. And today we got over 250 photos of established movie stars and TV stars. And we still get a lot of new actors that come out to LA and say, what would it take
Yes.
to get my picture up there on your wall? That would be terrific.
You know, we're going to talk to Gloria and Beverly have promised me a quick tour inside, and we are going to talk more about the celebrities and how much of the support from the celebrities that's made Pink's wonderful as it is today. Tell us a little about the dog itself. We are going to go into the kitchen.
Well, look what we have for you
Here, this will make it easy.
We've got an assortment. We've got our Brando dog with bacon, a Mulholland Drive dog. We've got a Lord of the Rings dog. This is the Huell Hauser, of course.
Oh, in tribute to PBS, and that's why we're here today.
Exactly. 2 dogs on 1 bun. Everybody says our hot dogs snap when you bite into it. And we've got our Huell Hauser and America the Beautiful dog. And Beverly?
Beverly, what did you bring us? Beverly Pink?
Yes,
We got
our
the Martha
wonderful
Stewart dog.
and our wonderful French fries and onion rings and bacon on a hot dog.
Beverly, what is the inspiration when you name, let's say the Orson Welles, what's the inspiration? I mean, do you think about Orson Welles and you think, well, we've got to put chili on there? Why chili for Orson?
Well,
Just
he
make
loved-
something up.
He, he loved our hot dogs. You know, he holds the record for the most hot dogs, 18 hot dogs in one sitting.
Okay.
So that was in tribute to him. He loved it, so we made it for him.
Thank you, Beverly. I think that since it's PBS, KLCS Los Angeles, I think I should take a bite of the Huell Hauser dog.
Sure, with plenty of pink napkins.
All right, let's do that. And it's this one?
It's
Yes.
this one right
Oh,
here.
Lord.
2 dogs on 1 bun,
2
mustard,
dogs on
onions,
1 bun.
chili, cheese.
Huell
works.
Hauser, this is for you, my friend. All right, ready?
And it snaps.
Yay. And Huell says, how many 2 dogs on a hot dog on a bun can you eat?
How
And
many
one-
double chili
chili
cheese
cheese
dogs
dogs.
can you eat?
I Yes.
probably could only eat one.
And
Okay.
here's our
Here's the
jaws.
burger.
So a lot of these,
Describe the Jaws
gotta
burger.
cut this in
Oh
half.
yeah, Fabrizio, here we go. You've got to cut this in half so we can see it. Thank
you know, Beverly, a lot of these hamburger places that are coming around in Los Angeles are just putting everything you could imagine on a burger. But you guys started it a long time ago with the hot dog. But not to be outdone, tell us what you brought us out here today.
Well, this is the jaws. It has the hot dog cut in half, grilled, bacon, chili, cheese, lettuce, tomato, on a wonderful sesame bun.
And 2 burgers.
2 burgers. I'm saving that one for Mike, the cameraman.
What you see here are about 8 of the 35 different kinds of hot dogs we have on the menu. The key was I wanted every hot dog to be visually interesting so that when you come and you order a couple of hot dogs and the guy next to you who you don't know but you probably was talking to him in line, he orders something, you're going to say, next time I come back, I'm getting that dog. So of the 35 hot dogs here, we got quite a variety. But in particular, this one is called the 3-Dog Night. Now, what it is, it's 3 dogs, mustard, onions, chili, bacon wrapped in a 12-inch tortilla. So a lot of people put hot dogs on a bun. We also put it in a tortilla. Very tasty.
You know, you mentioned about in line. Before we let you go, Richard, tell us the story that you told me a couple times now. Everybody waits in line at Pink's.
Well, our line starts at about 11:30 or 12, and it goes until 3 in the morning, okay? And some people will wait up to an hour to 2 hours in line. And the reason they do is they come, Pink's is a party, and the line is part of that party. And they get to know everybody. It's a little bit like flying cross country, and you get to know the guy next to you. Everybody talks to one another. It's such a friendly atmosphere. And we apologize when they get all the way up to the end. And we said, we're so sorry you had to wait so long in line. They said, no, I actually enjoyed it. In fact, I've had some friends that say, don't take me out of line. I don't want to go in front. I want to stay in line. That's why I come to Pink's. It's part of the experience. There's a positive energy to our line. I attribute it to probably the spirit of my parents. I don't know what it is, but people love the line. They love waiting. It's maybe part of the whole experience of waiting for a hot dog. So we got all these beautiful dogs here. Like Gloria had mentioned, we got the Lord of the Rings dog. We've got The Brando dog, Marlon Brando, brought his kids here, and his children were afraid that people were forgetting about Marlon Brando, with the passage of time. But Marlon brought his children here, and he used to eat this hot dog, which is a mustard onions chili with cheddar cheese and bacon on top of a dog.
Gloria, what's the best-selling hot dog here at Pink's?
The chili cheese dog. That's what made us famous. That's legendary dog. I mean, that's iconic in LA.
In 1939, how many hot dogs were on the menu?
There was just one chili dog, a hamburger, and a tamale. That was it. Now, Richard has created over 35 different varieties of hot dogs. We've got 12 varieties of hamburgers. So every time you come to Pink's, you can have a different taste treat.
Let me ask you one more question. Now, we've got millions of people watching here on PBS. Are you always wearing pink?
I try to wear pinks as much as I can. I've even got a hot dog purse. I mean, hey, it's all about the bling.
Right. We got rid of the other family members. It's just Beverly and I, and Beverly was telling me that
We have a wonderful Philly dog. That's one of my specials. It's a hot dog with vegetables on top and wonderful 2 cheese and steak. It is to die for. It's one of our specialties, and it's really good. I tell you to try it. You'll love it.
I will try it. And you don't have favorites, just like children, your hot dogs are your children, but is that your favorite?
That's one of my favorites. Of course, I was brought up on the chili dog.
Okay.
So,
Thanks,
this is it.
Beverly Pink, giving me the inside information on Pink's hot dogs. We love to talk to the people when we're out on the streets here in Los Angeles. Of course, right now we're at Pink's Hot Dogs. I met Pete. Nope, I'm Pete. I met Pete from Orange County. Pete drove all the way up here just for a Pink's hot dog.
And I got to teach my children, too, because I've been coming here since the 80s.
Right.
And now these two are approaching teenagehood, so now I want to introduce them here so they can start coming up, but not ditch school, of course.
No, and you ordered what?
Just a regular chili dog.
Oh, it's not a regular chili dog at
Well,
Pink's.
I mean, the regular Pink's chili dog, which is
okay.
like miles beyond anybody else's, because
and
I won't eat anybody else's chili dog.
I found out, my little history lesson for you and your family, in 1939, that was one of the original hot dogs on the menu, and years later, it's still a best seller.
Well, I mean, it's the one, so.
Take a bite, my man. Take a bite. That's Pete from Orange County. Pink's Hot Dogs. Thumbs up?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. All right. Thanks, family.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Mom's not here, so I'm taking the kids out somewhere fun.
Pink's Hot Dogs 60th anniversary, 1999. Monumental family business proclaimed by Richard Riordan, 1999, still going strong today. What do Steve Martin, Alex Trebek, and Peter Dills all have in common? Well, of course, we all love Pink's Hot Dogs, but we're all on the Wall of Fame. Hey, who is that guy? That's a couple years ago, I do admit. Okay, there's how many pictures do you think are up here?
We have over 250 autographed photos endorsed with their love of Pink's hot dogs. We've got celebrities, we've got actors, singers, athletes, businessmen. I mean, everybody comes to Pink's.
250 pictures. Let's look around. Robin Williams, Michael Jackson, Sharon Osbourne,
Katy Perry.
We did an after party for Katy Perry. We served between midnight and 2 a.m. She was fabulous. A customer sent us the picture of Michael Jackson. He's at the counter at Pink's when he was about 15 or 16
Then that counts.
years old.
That does count.
That counts. We've had the movie Entourage was
Yes.
filmed here, as
Right.
well as the TV series.
Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, yes.
We even have Orson Welles over there in the corner.
Did you know that Orson Welles once ate 18 hot dogs in one sitting here at Pink's Hot Dogs?
Peter, you know all the details. You know all the facts, the fun facts.
Well, somebody was kind enough to send me fun facts about
Actually-
Pink's Hot Dogs, and here's some more fun facts.
Bruce Willis proposed to Demi Moore here at Pink's.
Are you serious?
Yes, we have their picture on the wall.
Now I know why I'm still single. I got to come here to
Oh.
Pink's Hot Dogs more often and be able to...
You never know who you're going to meet.
Right.
That's right. That's right. We have James Corden's pictures on the wall. He came here. He did a whole segment dressed up as a hot dog, which was very cool.
Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino. Recently, we served him for his birthday.
The Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay did a whole segment on Hell's Kitchen.
Larry King was here. Was Larry King here?
Larry King, absolutely. And of course, Jason Alexander, he used to send our mild Polish and spicy Polish to his folks. They loved our hot dogs so
And
much.
Betty White, she's a favorite.
Sugar
She
Ray
loves
Leonard.
Yes.
Jennifer Love
And of
Hewitt.
course, here's Hugh Hauser.
Hugh Hauser. How many double cheese, chili cheese dogs can you eat? How many could Huel eat?
Oh my gosh, he would have like 2 and 3 at a pop.
He would come here and sit down. They knew exactly what he wanted, and that's what they served him.
That's right. And of course, Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen DeGeneres. And who's this handsome guy up here?
This handsome guy we've got him front and center.
Is that Ryan Seacrest? Oh no,
No,
that's
it's
that's
Peter
me. Of
Dills.
course, I have been here before.
That's right. That's right. Once had German TV come here, and they brought their winner of American of the Idol, the German Idol, and they were going to all the top places in LA. And Cuba Gooding Jr. was in line, and they said, "Oh, can we speak with him?" And I went up to him, and I said, "German TV's here. Will you speak with him?" And he said, "But I don't want to lose my place in line." I said, "No problem."
Everybody has to wait in line here, even Cuba Gooding Jr. In a little bit, you'll see Peter Dills in line waiting for a hot dog, and I have no idea what I'm going to order.
Well, you have to think about it because we've got over 35 different kinds of hot dogs to choose from.
And 35 would probably cover just about everything that I could think of. But what happens, Beverly, if I just want a hot dog with mustard on it? Just a plain old hot dog with mustard.
You can have a hot dog just with mustard.
Okay, that's a deal.
You know, we say it's not a cookie cutter operation where
Right.
you have to choose, number 1, number 2, number 3. You can order it any way you want.
All right. And we
And
like,
Betty White, has the naked dog. She has it with nothing on it.
dare I ask why?
She's a purist.
Yeah.
Okay, oh, a purist, okay.
Yeah.
Now, if Betty White came in here, would she be inclined to sit inside or outside?
I think she'd sit inside and enjoy the ambiance here.
Okay, all right. So you get the idea, right? We're at Pink's Hot Dogs, the legendary Pink's Hot Dogs, here in Hollywood, Los Angeles. Everybody waits in line. Richard Pink told me everybody waits in line no matter who you are, if with the camera or without. So we're waiting in line for a Pink's Hot Dog. Let's see what's on the menu. We got here just a little bit early before the mad rush happens. Now it's my chance to order. I'm going to have the Carl Reiner hot dog. How does that sound? Carl Reiner. Topped with mustard and sauerkraut, all for $5, $5.60. Carl Reiner, 12 Emmys. If it's good enough for Carl, I can wait in line here at Pink's too. I'm not going to make any hot dogs because I don't have my gloves on. I don't think the health department would like that. But here we are in the kitchen here at Pink's Hot Dogs. Bacon, french fries, onion rings, burgers. Yes, even burgers at a hot dog place, Pink's Hot Dogs. And look at all these wonderful hot dogs that they're making right now with just mustard on them. But if you want onions, if you want pastrami, whatever you want on it, I bet they'll put it on there. Over 35 different hot dogs. And as Richard mentioned, when we interviewed him before, Richard Pink, that they started off with just 3 hot dogs and a burger. Now 35 different hot dogs, all named after celebrities here in Los Angeles. How many you got there? 1, 2, 10 chili dogs. Wow. And you know what? Hot dogs are a pretty reasonable price too. So you like working here at Pink's?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
Yeah. I love my bosses.
Customers nice to you?
Yeah, they are.
All right. And how long have you worked here?
It's going to be a year in April.
Tell us what your favorite hot dog is.
The Emerald Bam Dog.
And what is on that?
It has cheese, mustard, onions, and coleslaw, bacon, and jalapeno.
Ooh.
I love the mix of the bacon, the coleslaw, and the sweet and spicy.
The jalapeno and coleslaw, that sounds good to me. Gentlemen came all the way from Torrance to Pink's Hot Dogs to get chili, onions, and mustard. That's it. No ketchup allowed in this man's hot dogs.
No.
Not a real hot dog if it has ketchup.
Nah, I'm from Chicago, man. You can't have ketchup on a hot dog.
So Gloria and I are about 2 feet away from the kitchen that you saw me in, and I was just wondering, how many hot dogs right here at this location, how many hot dogs do you actually sell in one day?
Well, when we first opened in 1939, it was probably, we were lucky to sell 50 or 100 dogs. Now we serve about 2,000 dogs a day.
2,000 dogs a day. Where do you? I mean,
Well, we're open
where do you?
from 9:30 a.m.
Where would you store 2,000 hot dogs?
Well, we've got storage next door.
Okay.
Yeah, and we get deliveries fresh daily.
Before I get into all these great hot dogs, we got to take care of just a little business. Thank you very much for watching PBS Los Angeles, KLCS. We rely on support from viewers like you to be able to bring you Pink's Hot Dogs and all these other great restaurants that I have gone to. And I certainly hope you enjoy the show that I do and other great shows right here on PBS KLCS Los Angeles. Go to our website, klcs.org, to learn more about what we do.
So we have the Ozzy Osbourne dog. We've got the Walk of Fame. We have the pastrami Reuben, Giada dog, Giada De Laurentiis dog, and the mayor's dog.
The mayor, as in Richard
mayor's
Reardon,
dog.
or just any mayor?
The new mayor.
Okay, any mayor will do. All right. Well, the idea here is that we want to give you history lessons of all the great restaurants and institutions that we go to. Obviously, we're at Pink's Hot Dogs right here in beautiful Los Angeles, and we have visited the San Antonio Winery in downtown LA, and we even went out to the Glendale area to check out the Tam O'Shanter. The idea is to inform you how they got to be so successful. There's got to be a reason and history, but come on, we know it's one thing. It's the food. So now is my opportunity to make you viewers listen at home. I don't think I'm going to be able to eat all 6. Mike, my cameraman, will help me. But I did ask for a plain dog, but now it just kind of looks plain. So I think I'm going to feast on the mayor's dog. So here we go, friends. If only I was a young man, I probably could eat the whole thing. But there's still a little fight left in this dog. You get it? Nobody can finish that. Gloria, nobody can finish that hot dog. Nobody,
I know. It's
nobody
a meal,
can.
It's a meal in itself.
Your father's just thank God for him.
Oh,
and this
thank
place.
you, thank you.
I've been coming here since I'm, this big.
Oh, that's so nice of you. We appreciate you coming. Thank you.
Luckily, my cameraman Mike is not in the union, and he will work for eating hot dogs.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Man, this is good. And you know what? These onion rings. Oh, man.
So you might be wondering why all these footprints are down here. Well, they lead the way to the line. Gloria tells me at some certain point of each day, the line will wrap all the way around Pink's to the back parking lot. Are you kidding me? It's going to happen soon, but here's the line. It starts right here. We should have got to this guy sooner, but he just polished down a hot dog and 2 hot dogs, and before I discovered him, he was paying homage to the Pink's ladies about thanking them for continuing on with Pink's Hot Dogs here in Los Angeles. What's your name?
Mark Del Monte.
Mark, how long have you been coming here to Pink's in Los Angeles?
Probably since birth, I would imagine.
Which could be 15, 35, 40
years,
something
more.
in between that.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I wish I would have gotten to him a little sooner. He polished off 2 hot dogs. And what are your favorites here at Pink's?
I'm kind of a weird eater, so I like just chili. So I get my hot dogs with just chili.
You know,
I'm
they
a
have
purist.
they have over 35 different hot dogs, Mark, and I found out that the original hot dog with chili and onions is still one of the best sellers.
Absolutely.
Today.
Yeah, for hot dog purists, absolutely.
I mentioned in line that I met a guy from Torrance that drove all the way down here to get some hot dogs, and he said, you used the word purist. He said a purist would never put ketchup on a hot dog.
No. I no, absolutely. Mustard only.
You heard it here. Peter Dills, PBS KLCS. Leave the ketchup at home.
That's right. Ketchup is for French fries.
Thanks, Mark.
It's his birthday today, and he
Happy
wanted
birthday.
He wanted to come to Pink's.
What's your name?
Clay.
Clay.
Yes.
So we're in line here at Pink's, and as I mentioned before, Beverly and Gloria, it seems like everybody waits in line, but what are you two doing here waiting in line?
Well, we're just hanging out, having a regular Pink's day here.
All right.
Yeah.
Can't you tell what they're pink?
I can tell, and I
Yes.
think that they wore it just for us, but we'll go with the theme of the party. Richard Dreyfuss was here just the other day. I love name dropping. I don't mind. Richard Dreyfuss, big time actor in LA, waited in line.
He did. Actually, I saw him in the parking lot, and I started walking towards the line. By the time he got to the front of the line, he didn't even order. The employees knew what he wanted. He had a mild Polish, a Coke, and fries. And they didn't even know that he was a famous actor. They just know that he's a regular at Pink's.
You heard it here for PBS, KLCS, Los Angeles. It's Peter Dills signing off from Pink's Hot Dogs. That's beautiful.